Rhea walks into the dumpsite looking for a man to pretend to be her boyfriend. She needs someone to convince her parents to stop pressuring her to marry Dennis. Two men immediately start arguing, each wanting to be chosen, but Vincent seems uninterested. Rhea asks Vincent if he wants to do it, but he declines. He's not interested in her money. Rhea tells Vincent that everyone has a surprise. He then asks for 500,000 shillings to come along, but instead of taking the money himself, he tells her to give it to his friends. Rhea brings Vincent to her friend Gabriella's house. Gabriella is shocked and asks who the homeless man is. Rhea says she'll explain later, but Gabriella insists she can't just let a stranger into her home without a proper heads-up. Still, Rhea convinces her, and Vincent is shown to a room. Rhea explains to Gabriella that her parents have been pressuring her to marry Dennis, but she refuses because Dennis is a mama's boy, controlled by his mother like a child. Rhea says she's not ready to be a mother to a grown man. Vincent will stay with them and pretend to be her boyfriend until she finds someone she truly loves. Gabriella warns Rhea she doesn't trust Vincent since she knows nothing about him and hasn't done any background checks. But Rhea points out that Vincent refused her money, so she assumes he's a good guy with good character. Gabriella says she doesn't like the plan but promises to help anyway. Later, Gabriella finds Vincent sleeping on the couch and gets angry, shouting at him for potentially ruining it. Rhea overhears and apologizes, promising to clean up, then takes Vincent to his room. The scene shifts to Gabriella walking into a room and finding Vincent trying to fix the TV. She shouts at him for messing with her things without permission. Vincent explains the TV wasn't working properly, so he tried to repair it, but Gabriella is still upset. Later, while watching TV, the landlord barges in demanding rent. Gabriella tells him she'll pay, but complains about the rent being raised twice this year without notice, making it hard to keep up. The landlord says he doesn't care, and if she can't pay, she must leave, adding someone else is ready to rent immediately. Vincent interrupts, telling the landlord he's obviously not the real landlord. He lectures him about tenant rights, explaining that landlords can't just barge in uninvited and that rent increases require renovations or tenant agreement. Vincent even says he has a neighbor who can get the landlord's real number. Embarrassed, the man apologizes and promises to return the extra money he collected. Gabriella thanks Vincent for defending her and apologizes for how she treated him earlier. Meanwhile, Rhea's parents have been calling her repeatedly, but she's ignoring them. Gabriella reminds her she'll have to face them eventually. Vincent tells Rhea he's overstayed his welcome and needs to leave. Rhea begs him to stay, offering more money, but Vincent refuses. He's not interested in her money and insists he has his own problems to solve. Gabriella then asks Vincent to fix her TV again before he leaves because it's acting up. Rhea realizes her plan wasn't so great after all. She worries that Vincent's homeless look won't convince her parents and insists they do something about his appearance. She tells Vincent she's meeting her parents today, so it will be his last day pretending to be her boyfriend. Later, Rhea dresses up and waits, shocked when Vincent arrives clean-shaven in a sharp suit. He looks like a movie star. She quietly admits to herself that this isn't the same man she brought in. Rhea thanks Gabriella for making sure Vincent looks presentable, and Gabriella warns her not to fall in love. Rhea laughs it off, saying she could never fall for a homeless guy. Miss Cocker, Rhea's mother, confronts Mr. Cocker, telling him that forcing Rhea into marriage is wrong and that she should be allowed to find someone she truly loves. Mr. Cocker insists that they suffered a lot and want a better life for their daughter, pointing out that Dennis comes from a wealthy family who will take care of her. Miss Cocker worries that this pressure is pushing Rhea away. Just then, Rhea walks in, greeting her parents. Her father immediately asks where she has been since they've been looking for her everywhere and calling her with no response. Rhea tells them she was at her boyfriend's house. Surprised, Mr. Cocker mentions that Dennis denied knowing her whereabouts. Then Rhea drops the bomb. She's broken up with Dennis and has a new boyfriend. She introduces Vincent to her parents. Vincent greets them politely, but Mr. Cocker looks like he recognizes him. He asks if they've met before, but Vincent denies it. Miss Cocker invites them all to lunch. Meanwhile, Dennis's mother calls, upset and asking what Rhea did to her son because he's been crying for days. Miss Cocker tries to calm her, saying Rhea's just shaken by the marriage pressure and assures her the wedding plans are still on. Dennis's mother says they're on their way, and that Rhea must apologize for upsetting Dennis. At lunch, Mr. Cocker questions Vincent about how they met. Vincent explains he found Rhea frustrated by her car and offered help. Their conversation flowed naturally, and that's how they got together. Mr. Cocker asks about Vincent's family, and Vincent reveals his father's name, Chief Edward. This shocks Mr. Cocker, who remembers Edward Mwaboko, his former employer and benefactor, who helped him when he was struggling. Mr. Cocker shares how Edward supported his family by paying rent and school fees, and how he wanted to introduce him to new opportunities. When Mr. Cocker asks about Edward, Vincent sadly reveals his father died after battling illness, leaving Vincent to lose everything, including the family home which was taken by the bank. Vincent sold everything he had, even carrying luggage and picking bottles at the dump site just to survive, until Rhea found him and made the deal to pretend to be her boyfriend. Feeling sympathy for Vincent, Mr. Cocker promises to help him, just like his father helped Mr. Cocker years ago. Just then, Dennis arrives and grabs Rhea's hand, demanding they get married immediately. Rhea refuses. Vincent steps in and punches Dennis, telling him to let go of Rhea. Vincent tells Dennis that Rhea's life isn't a business deal and that she'll never marry a mama's boy. Dennis's mother gets furious, threatening Mr. Cocker for allowing Vincent to hit her son. She boasts about how she made sure Dennis got all his business deals and warns that she can just as easily bring him down. Mr. Cocker, angry and protective, throws Dennis and his mother out, admitting the real mistake was letting people like Dennis's mother control their lives for business deals. He then turns to Vincent and promises to help him however he can, a way of thanking Vincent's late father. Months later, Vincent visits Mr. Cocker again. He thanks him, sharing that his business is doing well after the struggles. Mr. Cocker congratulates him for making it through the hard times. The episode ends with Vincent and Rhea waking up at the compound. Vincent confesses he doesn't want Rhea to feel forced into their relationship, but Rhea tells him she's with him because she truly wants to be. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe for more updates.